I'm back with another new ChatGPT prompt that will help you write better blog posts. But before we get into that, let's get into this. ChatGPT is a bot, so use it as such. Interact with it like it's a human. After all, it was trained on human-generated data. Before you ask it to write a blog post using this latest prompt, have a conversation with it. You'll be able to tell it what you want. You'll give it some context. It will adapt its output from the prompt based on the conversation you're having with it. Now, here's the new prompt. All right, so here's the prompt. It's in Google Drive. I've got a link to it on that resources page that I told you about and that I'll tell you about again. Essentially, what you're going to do is you're going to change this right here. So take the brackets out, put in your topic or title, copy and paste it into ChatGPT like so. So I'm here at ChatGPT. Paste that in, right? I didn't change it like I said I would, or like I told you to. So what you want to do is, oh, I did actually. So this one's going to be about how to build a container home. All right. So let's click the little send button. Hopefully this works. ChatGPT does have some issues once in a while. That's why I'm looking into getting the ChatGPT Pro. But it does come with kind of a steep price tag. Anyway, while it's building this, I'm just going to talk a little bit. As you can see, I've got it building me an executive summary, an intro, a subtopic 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I like 5s, but you can vary it up and make it 6 or 7 or 2 or 3. It doesn't matter. It's all up to you. Flexibility is the key here. So take those prompts that I give you and modify them and see how they work. All right. And also what I didn't do here is I didn't show you how to kind of like warm up GPT with some conversation before I asked it to help me with this prompt. So I should have said something like, pretend that you're a licensed contractor who has built numerous container homes in the past. Let's talk about where, what states are allowing container homes, what states are best to put them in. I don't know anything about them, so maybe they're weather dependent, maybe they're, elevation dependent, or maybe they're not good in the wind, like a tornado, or I don't know. But you could warm up ChatGPT with stuff like that. So this stopped before it was done. So we can just say something like continue. But getting back to it, we could have, kind of warmed up the conversation so that ChatGPT had a little bit more context about what we were talking about or what our objectives were with this blog post. Nevertheless, you can see it generating headlines, which are also known as titles in blog posts. And then I've got some meta descriptions being generated here, which is kind of cool. They've got little calls to action in them. And then finally, the last thing you're going to see is keyword phrases. Now, these can be thought of as long tail keyword phrases that you can create other blog posts around and link to this one, kind of interlink between the two. Or you can think of these as just keyword phrases that you can input into your favorite keyword research tool and figure out, what other blog posts you should or could generate with this prompt. Now, I am going to be updating these prompts as I refine them. I will share them with you. And as you'll learn a little bit below, I'm looking for some beta testers for a new tool that I'm putting together that will kind of make this really, really simple. And the neatest part about it is you could create prompts in the tool using different keyword phrases. I call them seed words or seed phrases. Essentially create a bunch of them, like create 15 or 20 blog post prompts, and then copy each one individually and paste into the tool, let it finish. Copy and paste that into a Word doc or a Google Doc, then go back to your second blog post, put that prompt in, paste it into ChatGPT, let it do its thing, copy and paste that, and keep doing that. It can be semi automated. Haven't got it to the point where it's like completely automatic, but I imagine there's going to be some tools coming down the pike that do that too. So that's it. I've got a few closing remarks and then we'll move on. I've asked to be put on OpenAI's waitlist. Looks like it will be about $42 a month. Who knows if it'll be worth it. It all depends on a number of things like uptime, delays, priority queue, and other stuff. I've also bought another AI writer called ZimWriter. It uses OpenAI's API. It's super cheap. Well, at least it's super cheap to use the API. The tool isn't cheap. I now have 3 AI writers in my toolbox. Hopefully, I don't go down the deep rabbit hole of having too many and not using any of them. All right, take a look at my ChatGPT resources page. It's at the top of my site, which is in the description below, under the tools on the main menu. I'm adding stuff there all the time. And lastly, coming soon, I'm building a tool that will take a seed phrase and turn it into a blog post, YouTube description, meta description, title, subtopic, YouTube script, and more. I'm looking for beta users for the tool. If you're interested, let me know. Just say so in the comments, or better yet, go to the site and hit the contact me link at the top.